Hey, everybody, and welcome to Yen 10, 10 minutes of Yen yoga to quiet your mind and to still your body, hopefully leaving you feeling more open and ready for your day. So today we're going to be moving through one of my favorite little sequences of postures, and you're going to need something similar to a yoga block. And then lower down when you're ready, all the way onto your back. Once you're on your back, just give yourself a full body stretch. So taking the arms and the legs out long, breathing in and letting go. And we'll walk the feet in just in front of the hips. Take the arms alongside the body and begin to press into your feet, lifting the hips up off of the earth. And then that's where we're going to take our block. We're going to start with a supported bridge pose today. So you're going to take your block either at the lowest, middle, or highest level. The higher the block, the more intense the back bend. So you'll set it right at the sacrum, that flat space at the base of your spine. And you want to be able to rest the low back there so that you feel sturdy. You can really let the body weight just sink into the support. Now from here, you have some options. You can take up as much space as you want with the legs, with the arms. You can take the legs straight, the arms overhead, or any variation that's kind of calling out to you. But give yourself this moment to release any resistance that you're noticing right off the bat. Maybe it's physical tension as you find those stopping points in the body, those moments where your physical body starts to tell you to pause and pay attention, to support, to hold on, to let go. So whenever we feel those physical stopping points, listen. Your only job is to breathe there. Your breath works to transform the body, but it also works to move deeper into the mind, into the spirit. So just focus on your breath and trust it to take you where you need to go today. So in the yin world, the way we go deeper into the poses is not necessarily taking the physical posture deeper and more intensely, but actually to spend longer increments of time in the pose. That's how we advance our yin practice. So what happens is as we spend time in the poses, we start to train our bodies, our minds, and our spirits in stillness. And this stillness kind of challenges us, especially with how our culture is, to just be with discomfort without feeling the need to grasp or to perfect, but rather to practice some self-acceptance, some acceptance of things as they are. Recognizing that internally you have everything you need. Taking your final breath in here and let it go. And from here, go ahead and gently walk the feet in if they've wandered off. Press into the feet really, really gently to lift the hips up off of your prop for a moment. A little bit of an active bridge pose. And then slide the prop out from underneath you and lower down nice and easy, one vertebrae at a time. And just pause for a moment, letting the body just rebound. Taking a moment to notice the shifts, the changes, just from a couple minutes. Now from here, we're going to continue our journey up the back with the block. So I'm going to sit up just to show you that you can remain down if you're on your back. We're going to move the block now to the middle back. So somewhere right in between the shoulder blades and the sacrum that feels right to you. So it might be, slightly different than how I have mine set up. I'm going to keep my block at the middle height, but again, that's a little bit more intense than the lowest height. So feel free to adjust as needed for yourself. This time I'm going to use my blanket to provide a little more cushion. And then lowering down. So your hips will be grounded this time. And your chest will be lifted. Your shoulders might come down. Now, if you find that journey down to the head is a little far, you can use an additional prop like a pillow beneath the back of your head, which is what I'll do. So it just kind of meets you where you are. And just settle in. Noticing right away where you feel resistance, and instead of reacting or grasping, see if your breath can create the change you need without having to do much else. And if it can't, you can always change the posture so you can settle. Notice how the body starts to surrender in the longer that you're here in the pose. And when you're ready, we'll begin to come all the way up to seated, but take your time, drawing the chin to the chest, and then lifting up. And just take a moment upright to feel the effects. And we'll close in one more shape here, reclined on our backs. So now I'm going to turn my block so that it's vertical. You can keep your pillow handy if you would like. And I'm going to lower mine down to the lowest level. And you're going to snug the block just between the shoulder blades. So as you come down, slowly lower, letting the sides of the shoulders just kind of fall off of your prop, maybe even cactusing the elbows out. As we close our practice today, we're going to move into some EFT, emotional freedom technique tapping. What we're going to do is we're going to take one of our hands, maybe your dominant hand, to the center of the chest, just at the sternum, and you're just going to begin to tap there. Just gentle taps. Keep your breath moving. Whatever pace works for you. You can kind of go up and down. And what happens here is we're kind of tapping around our thymus gland, which is responsible for activating the energy body, as well as for regulating our immune systems. So as we're in kind of an interesting time in history, we could all use a little bit of release in the energy body, some free flowing, as well as good immunity, health, vitality. Keep the tapping going. Another 2 breaths. And then release. Take one final breath here. You can stay in this position as long as you'd like. Otherwise, if you'd like to close out your practice, just draw your hands to your heart. Thank yourself for taking this time to practice stillness and ease. Namaste.